What's up, Final Community? Cliff, the Final Cheapskate here. Coming at you with a Sunday coffee music. Rocking the cock mug. Anyway, this is going to be a big Vinyl Finds, kind of. So, got some stuff in the mail from my buddy Jason Skills. I'm going to show that. Jason's a good dude. Up in our neighbor to the north, Canada, sent me a care package. Came with a Christmas card or holiday card, whatever, Xmas card, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it a Christmas card. I don't care. But anyway, sent me some 7 inches and a tape. Start off with what we're listening to, and I'm gonna explain. It's a little on the slow side because this record player doesn't hold a speed well, the one for my temporary setup. But what I got, the Chisel Mess Split. My last video, I said, man, I got the white version and it had a chip in it and it skipped. Got a replacement. So, cheers. This is playing a little slow. I'm gonna have to swap it. I got the 33 dialed in. I'm still messing with the 45. But this was a thrift store find. This record player over here is a thrift store find. So got it for $8 for a record player. You can't complain. I'll mess with the speed a little more and see if I can get it to dial in. But that's a replacement that I got. I got a new Chisel Mess Split, and I was super stoked to get that because one of my favorite newer bands, the Chisel, just killer, like Blitz Worship stuff. Same with Mess. Sounds like old 80s Blitz stuff. Really, really good shit. But excellent. Now I'm going to show you what Jason sent me. And I want to say thank you to Jason again because he's really awesome dude. He sends me stuff every once in a while. I sent him one package, but he may have another package coming eventually down the line. I just got to find some stuff that I think he'll dig. And I'll shoot it up to the north for him. But sent me a couple mixtapes. He sent me a Not Normal DJ mixtape, so pretty cool. And Jason runs a tape label that does like experimental, like techno and stuff like that, industrial techno, like electronic music. Pretty cool. Pretty sick stuff. I'm excited to listen to these. Jason's stuff is always really good. And then he sent me another mixtape that's more like metal stuff, like Entombed, Susie and the Banshees, and Rush. This is just all over the place mixtape. So this will be fun to listen to while I'm cleaning or whatever. I've got a boombox that I like to bust out when I'm doing stuff around the house. And that's a good boombox tape. Sent me a couple stickers. This is a cool sticker. I like this one. And Carbonized, which is like a punk record label, punk hardcore. I think they do grindcore and stuff too. Record label, but sick stuff. Some sick stickers, and then he sent me 4 7 inches. So sent me Tristus, which is like cool, just straightforward rock and rolly punk, kind of poppy punk stuff. Not pop punk, but like just like straightforward punky stuff from Umeå, Sweden, on a Danish label. Pretty sweet. Thanks a lot for this. I really like this record. I was listening to it not too long. This will probably go on after the Chisel stuff, Chisel Mess Split, because this is gonna be kind of a long one. We'll make it through this 7 inch for sure. Erase Errata Black Dice Split, and this one's on white vinyl, so I'll show the vinyl. It's all colored. Both labels are the same, but I think I figured out which band is which. I listened to it and I think I know which one's which, so I figured it out. Terminal State, this is Canadian, like hardcore punk band. I think they're hardcore. I don't remember. I haven't listened to this band in forever. But I've heard of this band before, and they're on Deranged Records, which is a good record label from Canada I really like. And last but not least, Vivian Girls. This is really cool, kind of lo-fi, punky stuff. A little bit of like Sonic Youthy type feel, I'd like to say. I'm not sure, but it's good. I listened to this. I really liked it. It's kind of dark. Really good stuff. I really enjoyed this one not more than I expected. I had no idea what to expect from this, but I really enjoyed this record. Yeah, but Vivian Girls. Cool. Cool stuff. Rebecca's flip this record. All right, so that was a VCLT from some holiday VCLT from Jason Skills. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. I really do. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. I've left the link to the channel a bunch of times, but if you haven't liked and subscribed his stuff, he does videos a lot. He does them like 2 or 3. Does them at least like 3 times a week, at least, I think. And he does a lot of cool stuff like DJ sets and stuff like that. So check it out. Does live DJ sets. He was doing a panel with a couple buddies of his from Canada once a week, but I haven't seen him doing it. But I've jumped in on that a couple times. Really good guy, knowledgeable about music. I think he owns a shop as well, so check him out. Jason's a good dude. Anyway, let's move on from the VCLT, and we'll go on to stuff I picked up from shops and eBay. I've got a pile of stuff I got from shops and eBay, and then I've got a pile of stuff that I got from a $2 sale that antique store was having. I guess it's an antique store. It's like an antique store / record store. They have a lot of records there. Called Strawberry Fields in Baltimore. They had a $2 record sale that I went and checked out, and I picked up a bunch of good stuff from their $2 sale. But anyway, I actually picked up about 20 records from the $2 sale, which I'll talk about later. But this is stuff I got from shops and eBay. Mostly eBay. I got a couple from a shop, Sandios, which is in Beltsville, Maryland. Great shop, cool owner. Cynthia, the owner, is really cool, and her only employee Gabe's a good dude too. So I really like going into that shop. It's a good time. But if you're ever in Beltsville, Maryland, or in the DC area, try and check that shop out. They always have good stuff. Their prices are super fair. There's always like hidden gems buried in there, and their prices are always fair. But anyway, picked up a couple that were kind of budget records. They were on the cheaper side, but they were stuff that I thought was cool and I wanted for a while. Picked up Ramsey Lewis, Salongo. This is like a funky jazz record with a little bit of Afrobeat in there. Really cool record. Look at those braces, man. Those are some intense braces. You can't deny those are some intense braces. But Ramsey Lewis was a great piano player. Great piano player, jazz player. And in the 70s, he got a little weird and funky, and I really enjoy that stuff kind of the most of his. His early stuff was good too, but his like 70s funky stuff is where I really enjoy his stuff. Love this picture, the inner sleeve picture. Came with the inner sleeve on Columbia. And if you ever see a dude wearing glasses like that, you should probably pick up the record and just give it a chance. Especially if it's as cheap as this one was. This was like a $5 record. But yeah, great stuff. Ramsey Lewis, Salongo. All right, another jazz one, jazzy, rock, whatever. This year I've really been like kind of really enjoying John McLaughlin and Mahavishnu Orchestra. But John McLaughlin is a beast of a guitarist, making it up there with one of my favorites, along with this guy right here, Carlos Santana. And I've loved Carlos Santana forever. I've probably got about 10 Santana records as well, and this is a great addition. They do a bunch of Coltrane covers on this that are just excellent. So like, yeah, they do Love Supreme and Nemia by John Coltrane, and on the A side, and both of them excellent covers. Kind of like translate Coltrane's horn parts into guitar parts, which is really cool. But this is a great record. Love, Devotion, Surrender. I really enjoyed this. This is great stuff, and it was cheap. It was $7, so had to get it. But yeah, John McLaughlin's been creeping up a bunch in my collection this year. I think I bought like two. I got like two Mahavishnu records, Mahavishnu Orchestra records this year, and like another one where he's with Shantae, and that's another excellent album. Great like Indian style music. It's great. Last but not least, I got some space rock. Got Nectar's Recycle. This was in the shrink. As you can see, it's got the hype sticker. I peeled the shrink off, kept the hype sticker. I think this is an original 1975 version of this. Gatefold with a little bit of artwork and all the lyrics. On Passport, I think. Yeah, on Passport Records. Great album. Cool, spacey rock stuff from the mid-70s. Close to like a, not as good as Hawkwind, but close to like a Hawkwind style stuff. Nectar's a cool band. So that's what I got from the shop San Dios. And now we're moving on to all the eBay stuff. And I'm going to put a record on. I'll be right back. There we go. See, great, like, straightforward, punky stuff. This is a fun record. I really like this one. Thanks again, Jason. But now let's move on to eBay finds. Did my usual, where I'll lowball a bunch of stuff, see what I win from the same seller. This time I won from two different sellers. Oh, three different sellers. I've got three of them from three different sellers. I'll just show the group of what I won from each seller. I got Frost Music by The Frost. Great Michigan rock band. This is from 1969. A little psyche, a little bit of psych, some straightforward rock and roll stuff. This is a really good, fun record. A little garage rockiness in there. Really good record. I like this band a lot. I'm gonna try and search out a couple more of their records. I don't think they only have like 3 or 4 records, but this is great stuff. Picture of the band. They look like some rockers. They get a little harder and heavier on later stuff. This is not their hardest and heaviest, but it is a really fun album. Great rock and roll stuff on here. I really dig this album. Glad I picked it up. Next up was this Zappa record, Arriving Too Late to Save the Drowning Witch. It's a Zappa record. We all know Zappa. I love Zappa. I try and pick up a couple of his records every year, and I got 3 or 4 of them. I think I found one at the thrift store, which was pretty sweet. But I didn't get this at the thrift store. This I paid a little bit for. It's not too expensive. Barking Pumpkin Records. It's got that cool. It's got the inner sleeve. Came with an inner sleeve. They put a new sleeve in there. It's got the cool Barking Pumpkin label. Sick stuff. But yeah, it's Zappa. We all know Zappa. And I eventually want to pick up all the Zappa records, but it's going to be a slow process because people put a premium on his records, and I don't like paying premiums on records, especially when I know they're pretty common. So I know Zappa's pretty easy to find, most of his records. Some of his records do get a little rare, but most of his records are pretty easy to find. So, but yeah, Zappa. It might not be his best album, I don't think, but I really do. I enjoy Zappa's music, just in general. So, this is from another seller. I've bought from this seller before. This seller does a thing where, like, they'll put stuff up on their shop. Their record shop in St. Louis, I think. Well, it may not be St. Louis, but their record shop might be Ohio. I don't remember, but their record shop in the Midwest somewhere. And what they do is they'll put up a record at a certain price, at like cover price, and then if it doesn't sell, they drop the price every time it doesn't sell. So I'll keep an eye on records that I want, wait till they get to a price I want to pay, and then I'll put my bid in, lowball my bid. But I won this, Skin Alley, £2 deal. This is great, like late 60s rock and roll stuff. Not really heavy. There's some proggy bits in there, some psyche bits. It's like proggy, psych, garage rocky a little bit, but cool stuff. I really enjoyed this record. Great artwork on there. Oh yeah, £2 deal. If you could find this record for cheap, I would do it. It's definitely a keeper. In great shape too. The vinyl is like perfect. There's one like surface scratch, or one or two surface scratches on there that look a little scary, but once I listen to it, like you can't hear them at all. Played right through them. One of my favorite newer bands, Here Lies Man, Ritual Devotion. This is their newest one they put out in 2001. Riding Easy Records. Came with that's a receipt for the order. Came with an inner sleeve. These guys play like a weird form of like, I don't want to say stoner rock because I don't get any stoner rock in their album, but like kind of grungy Afrobeat, which is really cool. Cool mix of styles on this band. And they're all over the place. Super talented musicians. Really fun listens. Kind of on the heavy side, but not really. A little more on like the spacey, psychedelic side. But check this band out. Here Lies Man. It's a cool record. All right, we're gonna flip this record, and then I'm gonna show the last eBay find, and I have a little story about this one too. All right, so last eBay find. This one's a replacement record. I bought 2 records. I should have brought those up to show you, but maybe I'll put them in. I'll put it on my. No, I won't put it on my cover. But anyway, I bought 2 records from eBay. I got them for really good prices. Each were one was 14 and one was 10, and they were both records I really wanted. And they got caught in a conveyor belt from USPS, but they delivered them anyway. And when I got the package, I was super excited. Got the package, and each record, especially the one that I'm going to show you, looked like it had a bite taken out of it. It was so disappointing. The most disappointing thing I've ever had happen with a mail delivery, probably. Although this week I did get a package that was taped bad, not taped well, and I think the cassette fell out of the thing and just ended up in the mail truck. So somebody who won't appreciate it at all got a heavy discipline promo tape for free. So anyway, besides that, so I got this record and it had a bite out of it, but the record was this one, and this is a big one for me. I listened to this a ton in my car this summer. Def Leppard's All Through the Night. Great hard rock, new wave of British heavy metal album on Vertigo. And the one that got the bite taken out of it was one of the Warner Brothers one, and I ended up with this cool Vertigo one instead. So it worked out. I paid a little bit more, like $2 or $3 more for this one than I paid for the original. I got a refund on the other one, but I paid $2 or $3 more to get this one, but it was worth it, and it sounds great. It's in perfect condition. Yeah, it's on Vertigo. The sleeve is like almost spotless. There's like the very beginnings of a ring wear there, and a little sticker mark on there. But besides that, this is an absolutely perfect copy. There's also a little name on the back, but still, shining, beautiful cover. But very excited to have this one. I'm very excited to get the replacement of the one that got destroyed in the mail. So now I'm just going to this one. I'll do this quick. These are the $2 records that I got that I think I'm keeping from the that I'm probably keeping from the $2 sale at that antique shop. But I'll do these quick because these aren't ones that I'm going to really talk about because I haven't even really listened to all of these. I've heard all of them, but I haven't listened to them since I got them. I got the second Brooklyn Bridge album. So it's in good shape. Buddha Records. Al Di Molina. Casino. I've been getting real into him too. Came with the inner sleeve. And this is on Columbia Records. Raiders, Indian Reservation. This is a good one. Not the best Raiders stuff. Also on Columbia. But it's good. It's good stuff. Traffic's self-titled album. Came with a split inner. This one's a little split. On United Artists. Came with the cool United Artists sleeve inside, but it's split. I'll keep it in there because it looks cool and then put it in a new sleeve. But the record's completely split. But $2. Can't go wrong. And it came with the little booklet. There's like a little book with big pictures of the guys in there and stuff and whatnot. Steve Winwood. Dave Mason. Yeah, so, yeah. Cool stuff. Traffic. I like this old Traffic stuff. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I like their first album a lot, and I have a best of Traffic that has Mr. Fantasy on it, which is the one you want, right? Picked up Jimmy Smith double album. This is in okay shape. It's really shredded sleeve-wise, but $2. It's a double LP. It's greatest hits. It's on Blue Note. So still, I feel like this is a good find. If I could find a copy that's not as like split, like both of these are split, not all the way, but pretty much. I'm gonna try and tape them because screw it, it was a $2 record. I know people scoff at that, but I'm gonna tape this one. Jimmy Smith Greatest Hits on Blue Note. This was a great find. This was one of my favorite finds in that $2 bin. Argent Nexus. I played this one and it actually has like, I couldn't see it because I pulled it out like this and looked around, but on the edge there's like a melted edge part that kind of messes with the play in the beginning of it, but it still plays through mostly. But this is good. Not my favorite Argent stuff, but still a good thing. Lightning and Thunder Lightning's a good song. But yeah, Argent, Nexus, couple Johnny Winter and albums. I got another Johnny Winter, but I already have it, and that one's going to. But Johnny Winter and a little blues rock and Freedom Suite by the Rascals. I've been digging the Rascals this year. I just started, and they're cheap enough where wherever I see them, I just pick them up to check it out. But yeah, Rascals, Freedom Suite. Very shiny album. And last but not least, this was my favorite find on the $2 bin because I was planning on buying this anyway. And probably the best. I think this is his best record. But Herbie Mann's Push Push. Definitely his best album cover. Look at that. Look at that album cover. So good. Oh man. But this is funky jazz with a lot of flute because it's Herbie Man and he does a lot of flute. But very good. Good record. This is probably his like closest to a like jazz rock funk album, kind of. Really good stuff. This album's actually really good. If I was gonna say by one Herbie Man album, it would be this one. But anyway, and cool fact, real quick. Uh, Herbie Man, Herbie Man's son is the drummer for this band, Here Lies Man. So interesting little facto there. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, sick. But yeah, that's it. That's my vinyl finds. I'm not putting another record on because I'm done. But anyway, cheers, everybody. Hope everybody's a happy holiday. I'm gonna do my best finds of the year video. Our best finds of the year videos. I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 of them. I'm gonna do one for 7 inches, one for punk and hardcore LPs, one for rock and psych and all that stuff, and then one for heavy metal and metal finds for the year. So I'm going to do those in the next 2 weeks. So I might do more than one video a week. You might get a video later this week. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try. If not, it's going to be spanning between like the week now and the week after Christmas. Week after Christmas, I don't work that week because my job is closed for that whole week. So you might get more videos because I might be bored. Been having trouble making videos lately because my sister-in-law is staying with us for the month of December because she just moved back from Germany, which is why I went to Germany this summer. We went to Germany to visit because we knew she might be moving back soon. So she's staying with us until she can get on her feet a little bit, and that's why I've been doing videos up here. That's why you haven't been seeing videos as you've been seeing them every Friday just about, but it's been harder to get them done. But anyway, cheers, everybody. Hope everybody has a happy holiday if I don't get a video made before then. But I'm going to try. And thanks for watching. Cheers.